Have you ever been frustrated with the amount of core classes you have to take? Well, Kristen Moran, the core director, will be explaining the new core curriculum that will be going in effect in fall 2017.
Incoming students, so students who begin USD fall 2017, will have a new core curriculum that's 4 courses fewer than the current core. The reductions are in theology and religious studies areas, so we've reduced the number of courses in that category from 3 to 2. There's a reduction in the number of science courses students have to take, so instead of 2 courses now, you just take 1 course with a lab. Logic is no longer required, and you only have to take 1 social science course.
We asked 4 current USD freshman students if they were aware of the new core curriculum.
No, absolutely not. Mildly. But not enough to actually make any decisions about it.
Kind of. I've just heard rumors. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't heard from faculty or anything.
Yes, I am. I think somebody mentioned it, and then in my sociology class, my teacher mentioned it, and he said that we could opt into it if we wanted to. But that was kind of all I heard about it.
University policy is such that a student can select any catalog that's in effect while they're a student. If a current first-year student wants to opt in to the new core, they can elect to do so next year. If they do that, then the courses that they took this year can translate to the new core.
We also asked the same group of freshmen if they have taken any of the classes that would not be included into the new core curriculum.
Well, I've taken a science with lab.
Just science with lab, but I'm a science major, so that I would have to take those either way. But the rest I haven't taken any yet.
I don't think so.
I'm taking chemistry with a lab, but I have to take logic anyway, so it's not going to make a huge difference for me. Basically, I'm just taking less religion classes.
We also asked Moran if this change would be available to all students.
Any student. It probably doesn't make a lot of sense if you've been at USD for 2 years already and you're fulfilling the requirements of the current core curriculum to change, because that may negatively impact you by adding a bunch of new requirements. But again, it's really on a student-by-student basis. It's completely up to the student to make the decision, and we're trying to help advisors learn what are the rules of the new core versus the old core, and whether or not it makes sense for a student to adopt the new core or to stay in the current core.
With having more information and knowing that any student can make the change to the new core curriculum, we asked the current first-year students and 2 second-year students if they would switch over to the new core curriculum.
Yet, so.
I think I would. I want to.
Yes, honestly, it's either way.
Yeah, I think I would, because my friend Tony, he was telling me that I'm on track for the new core, but I didn't know what the new core was. He just said, oh yeah, you're going to be on track, so I'll take the new core. So, I mean, he knows what's going on, so I'll listen to him.
I have taken the majority of my core already, so hearing that right now, I'm thinking I've just wasted time, and I'm just not really okay with that at all.
I think it's good that they're making new core, but the fact that we have the chance to opt into it is kind of discouraging, because I'm wait, I took all these classes and got literally C's in those classes, and it brought down my GPA, and now you're saying those don't count, you know?
Although some students do not agree with the changes, Moran stated,
All the changes we make at USD are to benefit students.